Hey everybody, I'm Rocket Brown. It's time to get down.
I'm Reggie Crow, that guy with the fro, and we're on like Park 6, 7, 8, 25.
Welcome to
talk about characters.
Welcome to How to Make Sonic Games Work.
Welcome
Side
to
characters.
Sonic Games. Aliens? Clones? We don't know.
We're done talking
side characters, yeah.
We're done talking about Shadow. We're talking about side characters, and my God, there are so many.
We're going to actually try and make sure we talk about either characters that have made more than one appearance.
We're talking about the ones that were important to the Sonic story overall.
Yeah, so that usually entails characters who've made more than one appearance, or characters who've actually impacted the story at large. The first one's actually the Chaotix from Knuckles Chaotix.
Yeah, we should probably just do the Chaotix first.
Yeah, let's talk Chaotix.
So Vector the Crocodile, SBO the Chameleon, Charmy Biggie,
Mighty
the Armadillo.
Rah, that guy's awesome. And he's not in another game, he's just on missing posters.
He made an appearance in 2 games.
Yeah.
Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog, the arcade game.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually looks pretty good.
I want to try it out.
Yeah. It looks like 3D Blast, but
now
better.
I got to go to Japan, though.
They're probably shipping. You got to look at like really, really old arcades, probably.
Yeah,
but
cab. But yeah, first up is Chaotix. Yeah.
Vector the Crocodile. I mean, his character isn't.
It sucks. It sucks. I mean, okay, we're going to try and really make sure we differentiate for you comic Vector from game Vector. Because game Vector is, I like money. I'm a detective and I like money and I'm constantly poor, but I like money and I have a comical voice.
I know. Well, actually, I should say we should separate 90s Vector from post-Heroes Vector from comic Vector. Because, my God, believe it or not, the Chaotix had actual personalities in the original game.
You have a bio on them?
Oh.
Okay, well, you know what? Get that bio ready. We'll talk Vector first.
So, yeah, Vector the Crocodile. Actually, believe it or not, he was originally not supposed to be a detective guy.
Nope.
That was SBO.
He was supposed to be playing piano for Sonic's band that got cut in Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
Yeah, so he was a character that was in development. He's the music lover. He's pretty much the 90s music junkie.
He's the 90s kid. He's like the Linkara, dude, I got the awesome the stuff on my headbangers, Walkman boombox, ghetto blaster.
Yeah, pretty much. He was the 90s dude. Only he was a crocodile for some reason.
Yeah, he was the music lover. He was kind of a very fun-loving, laid-back kind of character.
Yeah, he was pretty much Sonic, but reptile.
Yeah, and a little more laid.
That was his purpose. Yeah. Now, Chaotix pretty much turned him into, I don't know how to describe it, just wannabe detectives.
We're detectives who like money, and we do anything for money. I'm a strong guy now, too. And
they turned him into Mr. Krabs beats Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, it's Mr. Krabs beats Inspector Gadget who knows how to work turntables for some reason in Sonic Generation. I don't fucking know. Vector's
that makes sense because
it was his original character, yeah. But, like, now, because, I mean, I guess you could say, okay, that's his character personality because they've had him be that consistently. It sucks. It's a really bad character, because all he is like, he only has one note, money. That's it. He doesn't have any other goals or aspirations or dreams or anything he wants to do in his life. He just wants money. It's not even like, I wish he was Mr. Krabs, because Mr. Krabs has a little bit more going for him than just money. Mr. Krabs is also kind of a baby and shit.
He did in the early seasons. After like 4, he's pretty much Vector.
Yeah.
but yeah, Vector is like, I kind of just didn't give a shit about Vector.
Neither did I.
Actually, I haven't been reading the comics enough. With the Chaotix.
He's pretty much how you described him, the fun-loving music guy. But then he also is he's actually super serious when the time calls it. In fact, when Knuckles is away, he's pretty much the de facto leader of the Chaotix.
Yeah, actually, I do remember some of his backstory. Like originally, he was kind of the country boy from the outback of Mobius, but when he moved into the city, he had to adapt and stuff, which I thought that was kind of funny.
Yep. Because he's just like from the Marble Zone. He just swims around in streams and shit. Kind of weird, and that was his story in the comics.
Yeah, in the comics, he was just country boy turned into city slick guy, and that was tolerable.
Yeah, because at least he had something going for him.
All right, now Espio, he was supposed to be the detective. He was actually in the Chaotix story. He was the detective. He was like a secret agent detective guy, and he went to Eggman's carnival to investigate because it's Eggman, and so that was his thing.
Now in Heroes, I'm a ninja. I'm a super ninja. I'm very over-the-top stereotypical ninja. I shoot shurikens. I'm a ninja. I'm very quiet and not talk much because I'm a ninja.
I was gonna say, well, that's kind of like I said. He's always been a ninja.
But here's the thing, though. His personality was more dull than Shadow's. At least,
you're right.
Bringing up comics again, at least comic Espio had moments of happiness, anger, sadness, and all kinds of other things.
I was going to say, Espio had
that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, Espio was kind of like, he betrayed the Chaotix at one point because he was part of the ninja clan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now he's an asshole. But, like, in the games, he's just like, oh,
and he knew, and then the best, I think what affected me the most in terms of the Chaotix and their personalities when Espio, he knew all of their secrets. Like that moment when he said he knew about Mighty, that Mighty had a sister that went missing and that his parents were dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mighty, he could have cracked his skull, but Mighty just walked away and broke a rock.
Yeah, you showed that self-control, Mighty. You're such a nice guy.
No, but that's the thing. Mighty is
like the equivalent of a buff Mormon. He's just like a really nice guy. He's just so nice.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty much been his personality since the game. He was a pacifist.
Okay, are we now jumping to Mighty?
Yeah.
Okay, Mighty. I can't compare him to anything else in the game because they left him out of the other games.
No, actually, I was gonna say Mighty the Armadillo. He was pretty much a pacifist.
He was like the best way to put it is like he's a gentle giant, but not giant. He doesn't want to fight if he can avoid it, but if he can, he'll whip a little ass.
Yeah, and that was the case in Chaotix. That was the case in Chaotix. Like in the game, I'm serious. Like that was the case in Chaotix.
Yeah.
And then the Archie comics took it and ran with it, and I thought it was great because you saw I remember he's talking and when he had to go away to find his family or whatever, and Ray was like, how long are you gonna go? And Mighty's like, look, don't worry. You have Knuckles around, and he's almost as strong as I am, and you have Vector, who's almost as strong. He's just like, don't worry, Knuckles is almost as strong as I am. The guy who can punch islands in half.
Yeah. But I wish they'd really put him in other games. I honestly was kind of offended that they left him out of Heroes and shit.
I think you would like him in Megamix.
We played that once, and it was fun. It's just the fact that I wanted to have an actual storyline where it's like him interacting with characters.
I know.
Charmy. Fuck Charmy. Well, okay. I'm sure that Charmy in Chaotix, the game, he was not as bad as he is now.
Well, in the Chaotix, he was actually kind of the bland character. He was a big nature lover. Kind of like Mighty, but he was a bee, and he could fly.
Yeah.
So his personality was, he really didn't have a definitive personality except
so then
he
they
likes
decided
flowers.
to give him one.
And it sucks. It's annoying. I know.
Okay. Chaotix. Now, let's just say you couldn't you couldn't rip off the comic versions of Vector or like the original game versions of them. What would you do to make them work now? How would you make the Chaotix work as a unit in the Sonic universe? Would you even keep them?
I think they could work, but they could be like, I always saw them like, if they were ever in the games, they would be like Knuckles' lackeys. To be perfectly honest.
Vector kind of like a bouncer.
No, I totally agree, but I always saw them as like Knuckles'
No, but if
like
you had to give them each individual personalities, but you couldn't use the ones that were already established, like you had to start from scratch.
Oh, I'd say like Vector, he could still keep his detective. They could still be like detectives, but Vector would kind of be like a Phoenix Wright kind of character.
Either that, or you could make him a really good smooth talker.
Yeah,
Like
he can still be both.
Talker.
He can still be both.
There you go. Like a personality. Boom. Not just greedy money man. SBO needs to lighten the fuck up. I'm saying that right now. SBO needs to chill the fuck out for 5 seconds.
He's trying to be Sasuke and failing.
Nobody needs
silly.
Sasuke. We already got Sasuke. And that's already one Sasuke too much.
Take it you don't particularly have a fondness for Sasuke Uchiha, but I digress.
I really don't. But anyway,
Mighty needs to have his personality from the comics,
because he looks like a happy-go-lucky kind of guy.
Yeah, and actually, like it's established that Sonic and Mighty know each other. They were old friends.
Yep.
Same thing with like Ray and the Armored, like yeah, Ray the Squirrel. Like, I think they were his first friends. Like, instead of I don't know what, like, basically Eggman captured all of them to be roboticized.
It's a little tiny miniseries. It's a Mighty miniseries, I believe. I think I have it too, where they talk about that.
The comics?
Yeah, in the comics.
Oh, okay, I was talking about the games. Like,
yeah, it's actually the same story.
Oh, really? They took the arcade store. That's good.
Mm-hmm, because they were all captured in something, and then they all escaped.
Yeah, that's pretty much the game story.
Yeah,
that's how they met.
That was in the comics.
Yeah, and then they should bring that back, and he should be like as fast. He should be fast like Sonic, but also strong like Knuckles. If they were to bring him in gameplay wise, or just bring him in, or he could even be the what's the word I'm looking for? He could be the representative for the 2D Sonic while everyone's being 3D.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. It's just like, as far as that personality for him works.
Just because he's old school, but yeah.
I don't know what the hell they could do with Charmy. To be quite honest with you, Charmy to me is not even in the comics. I mean, he's a little more tolerable in the comics, but it's still kind of whatever.
Well, here's the thing. In the comics, it's kind of like he had a there's a reason why he's the way he is.
Yeah, he ran away from home. He was a prince. And
yeah, he was a prince, and he wanted to be just this free spirit. And so it's kind of like, oh, he was royalty. That's weird. He had a girl. He had a fiance.
Yeah, some chick named Saffron.
Yeah,
I know this shit, actually. That's so weird, too. I'm that nerd.
I know about the... I was about to say, I'm aware of that, too. I'm just saying. Like,
I know, but we're like one of the few people in this world that are that aware.
Yeah.
We may have problems.
No, the world has problems, damn it. No, but,
And we don't need Heavy or Bomb either. They can go fuck themselves.
Well, Heavy and Bomb in the comics have just been there for the sake of, hey, they existed. So...
Yeah, and they were in that one game.
Yeah.
But that's how you can make the Chaotix work. Honestly, don't give them... I mean, if you're going to have them do detective work, yeah, but don't have them be this detective agency. It's a little weird, because... Well,
Vector just calls him that to try to sound official because he's Vector.
Yeah, but, like, the fact they're like, we're the Chaotix detective agency. We'll do any job for money, even if we got to find your kid in a tree if you pay us $5. Like, please, we're starving. We want to eat Charmy.
Who brought the fucking bee, Jesus?
Who tied me to the damn bee, Jesus?
Well, we'll talk about more side characters later, but, yeah, it's Chaotix.
Can't
Bring back Mighty.
Seriously.
Not just in posters.